Hey guys, Brian Hill. We're going to talk a little bit about the Mantis system for practice and why I endorse it, what I think is important about it. I saw a discussion the other night. Some people don't feel the same way about the Mantis. You know, they feel like it's just holding the gun still and pressing the trigger. But there's a lot to the MantisX 10, and especially in times where we don't have the abundancy of ammo that we've always had, we need to maximize our training. One of the best things that Mantis does is their holster draw analysis, and you're going to see me look down because the phone's here and I'm looking through their thing, but their holster draw analysis allows you to connect the unit to the magazine with a Picatinny rail, or if you have a flashlight oriented gun that it fits in, then you can use it in your holster, and it will measure from the sound of a timer how quickly you draw and press the first dry practice shot. There's nothing else out there that does that very well. It's very hard to find that because most of us do it on a par timer. So we set up a par timer and we guess. This tells you exactly when you fired the shot. And then it tracks how the gun moves through its arc. So you see very different things, whether it's coming from strong side or whether it's coming from Appendix. Appendix looks like this because it comes from over here and comes up under my eye and draws that way. It'll measure how quickly you got to the gun, how long it took you to pull it, how long it was on the horizontal, and how long you aimed at the target. That's great information for us to have, and really valuable. It's the only dry fire drill that I know that allows you to do that. The only thing you're missing is recoil. And then if you go to the live range, you can use the Mantis, and they have what they call the recoil meter, and it shows you how much recoil is in each gun. And it was really interesting the other day. I was kind of looking at a couple guns, and I felt one was much snappier than the other. And when I measured them with the Mantis, I realized there was very little difference between the two. They're almost identical. In fact, one came back faster than I thought it did. So it's interesting that you can know that sometimes your feelings are not correct, that what you're feeling is not the right thing, that actual measurements show you that, hey, this is a really good gun and you're shooting it well, or you're not paying attention to the right inputs. They have a lot of other things on there like open training, where you just measures how you press the trigger, and it gives you some general guidelines derived from bullseye shooting and whatnot, and you'll get some value out of that. But I think the holster analysis and the recoil meter is really where you're going to get the most. And then they have a dry fire practice, a basic marksmanship and advanced marksmanship program that makes you work on some things that you probably don't want to, like shooting primary hand only, support hand only. That's all really important stuff, and it gives you a measurement. And then if you reach out to them, they send you a patch for it, which is pretty cool. Their customer support is outstanding, and once you buy one of these, you're not wasting ammo, but you're getting a lot of feedback. And I know for some newer shooters and intermediate shooters, it's hard to get real feedback in a dry practice program. Especially if you're not shooting a dot, if you're shooting sights. So you get something to feed back and you start learning what your mistakes are and how important it is. It's a cool system, and you can carry it everywhere. I carry it on the road with me because it's only that big, you know, and it goes in a little case, and then I can take it and I can get lots of practice on the road. And then when I have questions, I have a measuring device that shows me what a draw looks like, when they actually press the trigger, how it all worked together, and it's very useful for my students too. And then we can show them the graph. We can show them individually what they did with each one. It's a pretty cool system, and I highly recommend it. You got to explore it. You've got to get interested in it, and you've got to learn how to use it, because otherwise you won't get much out of it, like all measurement devices. And sometimes the measurement protocols are harder for the layman to understand, and that's why we're here. An instructor can explain it to you that's familiar with it and help you out. They have some good videos on the Mantis site. And like I said, customer support is excellent. And you can watch some of the videos and figure out what the graphs mean and how the targeting system's working and what you're getting out of it. I found it extraordinarily useful for improving my draw to first shot live. That's where I've really gotten the best out of it, because even my dry practice is held accountable. It's not me thinking I got a 0.7 draw. It's me knowing that I got a 0.9 draw. And then when I do that in class, I'm not wildly wondering what happened from my dry fire to my live fire, saying there's 20% difference. What I'm really starting to realize is that it takes just a second, just a tenth, to clean up those sights, and that's what I see with the Mantis unit, that I'm doing everything correctly and I'm getting a good measurement each time, down to the hundreds. So that's pretty cool, and I think you could get a lot out of it. It's not a super expensive system. It's definitely cheaper than a case of 1,000 rounds right now, so we can get a lot out of this. And you can pair it with some other training methodologies and really improve your shooting. And I see a lot of beginners get excited about it, but I think some of the intermediate and advanced guys may be missing some of the cool aspects of it too. So get in there, and if you have any questions, you can reach out to me. As always, I'm Brian Hill. We're the Complete Combatant, and Shelly and I will get back to you as soon as we can, and we can tell you a little bit more about the Mantis system. This is just a video about gear for you guys. You know, I do their Dry Fire Mondays for active self-protection, but I think it's a good system. Otherwise I wouldn't do it. That's why I do these things. I really enjoy it, and I use it on a daily basis, and it's been really good for me, and their customer support is top notch if you need them. So please check it out, see if it'll improve your shooting. It'll definitely improve your presentation, and we know that the most important thing for the armed citizen is to have a trustworthy draw and to get a first round hit. That's the key for us. It's not for the shooting sports. The key for us is having a good draw and being able to aim accurately and get a first round hit at least, and then be able to follow up. And the Mantis is well suited to make you better at that. So check it out. See if you enjoy it. Let me know. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.